Good morning. God bless you, class. Today's class is very important because in today's lesson we will be revising whole chapter number 3 and we will also be discussing review questions from your chapter back exercise. So here we begin. The chapter title is Plant Growth. Question number 1 is you are asked to complete the table. And in column number 1, what do plants need to grow well? Light, water, carbon dioxide, oxygen, and nutrients. And in the next column, the reasons are written. Why? These questions had been also discussed in your weekly assignment. Now we begin with question number 2. Question number 2 is about correction of the following misconceptions. Like these statements are using one or more wrong terms, but these were accepted or prevailed as a misconception. Now, after studying all the topics in detail, we will be clearing our concepts. Part A. Plants take in food from the soil. It's a wrong statement. In fact, plants do not take in food from the soil. They make their own food during the process of photosynthesis. And the mineral salts which plants take in from the soil are not the food, but they are the nutrients required for the plant for healthy growth. Part B. Only the leaves of the plants carry out photosynthesis. You know why leaves are capable of producing their foods in the process of photosynthesis? Because in the leaves, the cells having chloroplast, which have a green color pigment, chlorophyll, and chlorophyll can trap sunlight and convert this energy into the food energy in the form of glucose or the sugar produced. But somehow the plants which are present in deserts such as cactus, the stem of the cactus plants is green and it's having chlorophyll in it. That's why, due to the absence of leaves, as the stem of the cactus plant has chlorophyll, it can prepare its own food in the process of photosynthesis. Part C. Only plants with green leaves can make food. Plants with non-green leaves can make food too, as long as chlorophyll is present. Part D. Plants make food in the form of starch during photosynthesis. You know, plants make the food in the form of glucose, which is a simple sugar, during photosynthesis. And when it is stored in the plants or different parts of the plants, it is converted into starch, which is a polymer of glucose. Part E. Roots of plants are organs for feeding. Roots of plants are organs which can absorb water and mineral salts from the soil or surrounding. F. Soil is necessary for plant growth. Soil is not necessary for plant growth as long as plants are able to absorb water and mineral salts from the surroundings. Now question number 3. A plant is kept in the dark for a few days and watered daily. Predict how it will change if it is taken out of the dark and exposed to sunlight for a few days. You know, the plant will grow taller, bigger and healthier. And there will be more and bigger and greener leaves on the plant when it will be kept in the sunlight. Question number 4. Name 3 types of soil and relate the size of the particles on each type of the soil to the air content of the soil and its ability to retain water. You know, soil is the combination of 3 size particles: clay, sand, and loam. And clay, the particles of the clay are the finest or are very fine. Therefore, clay can retain water, but it has a poor air content. But sand, being the largest particle, means the size of the particles of sand are relatively large as compared to clay particles. Therefore, sand has high air content but doesn't retain water well. But loam is the type of soil in which the particles of the size of the particles vary. Means the particles are of mixed size, smaller and larger. Therefore, loam can retain water better than sand, but not as well as clay. And its air content is also higher than that of clay, but generally lower than that of sand. So, loam being the best soil for generally plant growth. Now, question number 5. How do fertilizers help in plant growth? Differentiate between organic and inorganic fertilizers. As we discussed and I explained you in a bit detail that fertilizers provide plants with nutrients in the form of mineral salts which enable the plants to grow healthy roots and healthy leaves and more production, more flower formation and more product formation. And organic fertilizers come from living things. Examples: compost, animal dung, and fish and bone meals, and manure and slurry. Whereas the inorganic or chemical or mineral fertilizers are man-made and these are produced from chemicals. So today is a winding up class of chapter number 3, plant growth. We have discussed all of the topics in detail. What do plants need to grow? The conditions in which plants show their maximum growth. We studied about plants and nutrients, the process of photosynthesis, the conditions of photosynthesis, and the raw materials required for photosynthesis, and the products of photosynthesis. Then we studied about soil, the type of soil particles and their properties, and we also studied about fertilizers. So here I am ending this chapter with a hope that you will be learning all the definitions, all the examples very well, so that on the weekend I will be giving you another assignment for the following topics. Thank you, class. God bless you. Take care.